Do you find yourself feeling anxious or maybe nervous when you get on the football? Does it feel like the game is going 1,000 miles an hour? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can stay calm on the football. Hello ladies and gents, it's Elliot from Playaway Global, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can stay calm on the ball. So if you're serious about moving up through the football pyramid, then being comfortable on the ball is essential. And even more so, being comfortable under pressure whilst on the ball is key. So tip number 1 is practice. Now the old cliche saying goes, practice makes perfect. Spend a lot of your time each week getting comfortable with manipulating the football. Now there's a ton of videos online which will show you how to do this with ball mastery skills. And the more familiar and comfortable you are, the more confident you will become. So make sure you're including ball mastery in every session that you do. Now in your team trainings, try and get yourself on the ball as much as possible as well, and try and put yourself in those positions which closely mimic what you're going to do on a game day. The more you do this in training, the more familiar those situations become to you, and the more familiar they are, the more comfortable and in control you feel when it comes to game day. So tell me in the comments below, how much time of your week do you spend on ball mastery work? Point number 2 is focus. Try to keep yourself focused for 90 minutes during the game. Keep your head on the swivel and make sure you know where your teammates and opposition are at all times. Knowing this information before you get the ball really makes it feel like you've got a lot more time on the ball. Rather than receiving the ball, then getting your head up and trying to look where everybody is and deciding what you're going to do, know that information before you get the ball will really help you feel like you've got a lot more time. Tip number 3 is self-belief. A lack of self-belief will create doubts and fears in the way that you play your game. You'll start second-guessing your decisions, and that will slow down your actions, which then make the game feel like it's moving a lot quicker than it actually is. One of the ways you can really improve your self-belief is going back to point number 1, practice. Practice makes perfect. Point number 4 is self-talk. Now, something I found very useful in my game was reminding myself that I had more time than I thought I did. Now, that doesn't mean that I was dwelling on the ball or slowing down what I was going to do. It was more reminding myself in my mind that I didn't need to rush my technique in what I wanted to do, that I actually had more time on the ball than I felt I did. This allowed me to stay composed and really focus on executing the technique correctly. Now, when we're playing football, we have a lot of adrenaline pumping around our body, and we can quite often let this take control and cause tunnel vision. Now, talking to myself was reminding myself to stay calm and relaxed, which was fighting the effects of that adrenaline, which in turn allows me to feel more calm and controlled on the ball. Tip number 5 is targets. And another tactic I found really helped was to set myself targets throughout the game. Now, these tactics really helped to keep me switched on and focused for the 90 minutes, and being focused like that helped to keep out the negative thoughts. Now, you want to make sure the targets you're setting yourself are realistic, they are achievable, and they're in your control. So rather than something like saying, I'm going to score a hat-trick this game, you might set yourself the target of making sure you get into the box for every cross your team has. Or if you're a defender, rather than saying, I'm going to make a match-saving tackle this game, you might say to yourself, I'm going to focus on having good positioning and being first to the ball 9 out of 10 times. Now, if you found these tips useful, please hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.